Colorado public defenders' clients more often sentenced to jail or prison than private attorneys' clients. New data. No shit. It's a public pretender. The public pretender has to maintain a relationship with the prosecutor, and they don't want to buck the prosecutor and the judge every goddamn time a client comes, out of nowhere. But to be honest, the damn judge and the prosecutor should just realize, okay, here comes a client, and then here's a representative. A lot of times the judicial system is supposed to be a rubber stamp and just, there is an accusation and a cop. That's why these damn cops think they can do whatever the hell they want to do, with no rhyme or reason nor remorse. Before I talk about the public defenders, this article, I'm just going to read that article. I'm just kind of looking at all these different headlines. So, Nita Vogel on government plans to give homeless cash. Why not take the money and help to give people jobs? I think it's good to give cash. Parker McCollum scores a massive bull elk in Colorado. Colorado man who killed his mom and said he did what he had to do is sentenced to decades behind bars. Colorado public defenders grand jury indicts 5 people for auto thefts in northern Colorado. Colorado man urges hikers to be prepared after finding body. Apparently, somebody had wandered off, and then they found the person was. They found him dead. 2 people sold after hundreds of keys to homes. Stolen vehicles recovered in Colorado. If you see these 2 jokers, apparently hundreds of keys to homes, and they got. Anyways, people are looking for them. Lauren Boebert's Democratic opponent forgot he was previously registered as a Democrat. I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean by the Washington Examiner. Meet the Colorado rancher spending $11 million and counting to prevent Jared Polis from winning re-election. Jared Polis is one of the greatest goddamn governors to ever exist. Why is he so pissed off? That's interesting. $11 million. All clear. I've been having to tolerate a political fucking local, state, and federal a whole bunch of assholes that I don't really approve of. All clear given that Alamosa schools after unfounded threat. Active shooter report at AHS called a hoax. So that's kind of crazy. Alamosa High School. Multiple schools in Colorado receive active unfounded threats terrifying parents. Apparently it wasn't just Alamosa that was happening to. So let's see here. Trapeze artist. Alright, so let's go check out that public pretenders. I swear to God, they would fuck up a wet dream. Public pretenders suck. Public pretenders absolutely suck. Because they have to maintain that relationship, they don't fight like they're fighting for themselves. They don't stand up like... Even, Arquette. Where in the hell did that damn... It's all brand new stuff now? I need to... Give me a second here, America. $11 million. I don't know if I've ever been... that pissed off at my governor. What? He gave how much money? To which department? FBI says multiple swatting calls about active shooters under investigation at schools in Colorado. Suspect in police custody injured after freight train strikes Colorado cruiser. Coloradans needed to design new license plate. Tales of dancing orbs. Glowing graves at an old Colorado cemetery. Hellboy star to screen film in Denver. Denver set to give 140 homeless people up to $12,000 in cash as part of a basic income program. Nice. Up to $12,000. What they need to do when they give them that money, also show them all the cheap shit that's out of Denver. Because $12,000 in Denver isn't going to get them much. It might give them the most basic of housing. But anywhere else in America, you could live on $12,000. Here's the 10 most affordable places to live in Colorado. Do I want to click on this? Sure. Since it's taking forever finding that public pretender thing. That's going to be the title of this, so I gotta bring it around somehow. Nothing is cheap these days. According to Zumper, this is Max, M-A-X-X. Come on, just give me the list of the 10. La Junta, Brush, Craig, Eaton, Lamar, Fort Morgan, Pueblo, Fort Lupton, Frederick, and Rifle. Rifle? Pueblo. La Junta, Brush, Craig, Eaton, Lamar, Fort Morgan, Pueblo, Fort Lupton, Frederick, and Rifle. Nice. Okay. Let's see. We're going to find this public pretender thing. Should we just type it in? Google. Colorado State Patrol requesting assistance. Locate hit and run driver in fatal crash. If you've seen this guy, they're trying to look for that guy. Tarantula creeps across road in southeast Colorado. Colorado Newsline wins 4 awards. Colorado Press Association. Moose attacked Colorado bow hunter won't be euthanized. Here's why. What's the deepest lake in Colorado and how deep is it really? Audit finds Denver needs better monitoring for apps and online services. Get excited. Colorado's new Toys R Us in Loveland is now open. East High students evacuated. Large police presence at school. Reader, I loved Colorado until I didn't. Could a Republican win Colorado Senate seat? Man, what in the fuck? You click it once and then see public defender. I'm going to have to type in Colorado too. Oregon's public defense system needs an overhaul. August, Colorado public. Here we go. Denver Post 11 hours ago. Why we launched a union. Colorado public defenders. Let's see if we can read this Denver Post. Usually a paywall, right? If you're charged with a serious crime and you can't afford to hire an attorney, you're more likely to end up in jail or prison than someone with more money across most of Colorado's Front Range, according to new research from half a dozen district attorneys. People charged with felonies who are represented solely by public defenders have been incarcerated at higher rates than people who can afford to hire private attorneys in 5 judicial districts across the Front Range, including at times in Denver, Boulder, Jefferson, Arapahoe, and Douglas counties, according to the data, which examined cases from 2017 on as part of an effort by 8 district attorneys' offices to increase public transparency. The trend is most clear in the 1st Judicial District, which covers Jefferson and Gilpin counties, and in the 18th Judicial District, which covers Arapahoe, Douglas, Elbert, and Lincoln counties. Both districts saw a shift in 2020 in which felony clients of public defenders began to be sentenced to incarceration more than felony clients of private attorneys. In 2017, 18, and 19, the rate of incarceration was similar for felony clients of both public defenders and private attorneys in those districts, but starting in 2020, a higher percentage of clients of public defenders were sentenced to incarceration. In 2021, in the 18th Judicial District, 52% of felony defendants with private attorneys were incarcerated compared to 59% of cases with public defenders. So far this year, 54% of private clients were jailed or in prison compared to 61% of cases with public defenders. It's weird. This doesn't seem shocking at all. The numbers are actually really close, 59% to 52%. You know, there could just be, that's just statistics. It could just be, you know, the margin of error, right? So that could indicate something. Public defenders, I think, are notorious of being public pretenders. So the conclusions doesn't shock me. What shocks me is people complaining about this study that's coming out. What? The free attorney doesn't work as hard as the attorney that you pay? No shit. They're being paid by the government. What incentive does a public defender have except for, you know, maybe the person like... The limited data doesn't explore why the rates differ. And experts say a number of nuanced factors could be contributing to the differences, ranging from the typical types of cases public defenders handle to the way bail and sentencing often works to the heavy workloads that public defenders carry in the way The data was collected and analyzed. Workloads and quality of representation. Colorado public defenders made headlines earlier this month when they launched a push to form a union amid what organizers described as overwhelming caseloads, low pay, and poor retention. Public defenders who represent felony defendants may have more than 100 cases at a time, the agency said in a November budget request, while public defenders handling misdemeanor cases may have several hundred. That's well above the cap recommended by the American Bar Association, which says attorneys should aim for no more than 100 cases annually, much less simultaneously. Since 2020, the number of cases assigned to the Office of the Colorado State Public Defender has been trending up, and cases are taking longer to resolve, according to the budget request. But while it may be tempting to look at the higher incarceration rates for clients of public defenders and conclude that they do a worse job than private attorneys, it's not a fair conclusion to draw, says Lauren Gase, senior researcher, Colorado Evaluation Action Lab, which helped to compile the research. This is intended as a diagnostic tool, and we have it controlled for other things that might impact incarceration, she said. We were a little torn on whether to. Because of these challenges, even present this indicator, it's like we're comparing apples to oranges because the tendency for people to think about it as quality of representation. Researchers aimed to use the data as a way to examine how defendants' socioeconomic status impacts their outcomes in the justice system, not to compare the job performance of private versus public attorneys, she said. The data looks only at people charged with felonies who are represented by public defenders or private attorneys throughout their case, and excludes defendants who relied on a public defender for some portion of their case before hiring a private attorney. It also includes private attorneys appointed as alternate defense counsel. It ends up raising so many more questions. People, and it kind of keeps on going, and then it ends off with this. This data is a starting point, and we should not ignore it. There you go. It's a starting point, and we will not ignore it. Public defenders highly overworked and grossly underpaid. Why public defenders launched a union. Public defender belongs on just about anyone's list of America's toughest jobs, as acknowledged in a compelling segment from HBO's Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Man, I would kick ass as a public defender. God, I'd be such a badass public defender. According to a summary of that package, the Miranda warning includes the right to a public defender. It doesn't include the fact that public defenders are highly overworked, grossly underpaid. How are they not going to be ineffective? They're overworked, underpaid, underappreciated. These challenges and more have led to the launch of the Defenders Union of Colorado, organizing effort affiliated with the Communications Workers of America Local 7799 Montana Fe, an attorney with the Office of Colorado State Public Defenders, Brighton Branch, who's been deeply involved in the DUC endeavor, believes that her experiences and those of her co-workers and colleagues illustrate why a union is so desperately needed. I've been a public defender in the Brighton office for about, this long. Okay, so that's a westword.com article, Denver Post article. Go check them out if you're into double checking what I read.